The Conjuring house situation is just evolving into an absolute cluster of chaos and messiness, right? We've obviously had notifications that Jacqueline Nunes is not allowed to continue operating in at the business, right? The Conjuring house is not allowed to continue, and she's looking at potential back payment fines to May of 2022, equating to around $900,000. So obviously it's a pretty ropey time for the Conjuring house, and it's looking like it could be shut down. I did a live stream over on Wednesday night where I had people call in to talk to me about their thoughts and feelings. And it was an incredibly insightful live stream because obviously it wasn't just, like big name people like Cory Heinzen who phoned in to talk to me, who obviously was a previous owner of the Conjuring house. But, like people who have been following this journey and are just intrigued by the whole situation phoned in to share their thoughts and opinions. And I wanted to compile that into a video for you guys today in case you missed the live stream. But every live stream that I do from here on forwards is going to be like a live call-in one. So, I'll obviously cover topics, but then people can phone in with their opinions over Zoom. You don't have to have your face on it if you don't want to. You can just speak. I know it's quite a daunting thought for people, but promise, everyone's really lovely and friendly in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this, though, because you're not prepared for what people had to say. How's it going?
It's going great.
Good. What's your opinions on the entire situation so far then?
Oh, it's just crazy. I do feel bad about the Conjuring house's, its ability to stay open. This is an important place for a lot of the paranormal community. So it's just a shame that this woman with mental problems is dragging it through the mud.
I agree. I think it is unfortunate because it is one of the greatest places on earth when it comes to the paranormal, and the fact that it's been allowed to get to this point is unfortunate, to say the very least.
Absolutely.
But no, I mean, where are you from? How does it? How do you feel about the? Obviously, are you local to the area? Does it like?
Well, I'm from Maine, from the U.S.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not close, and I have never been, but I definitely have followed it for many years, and all the paranormal teams that have been there through TV and YouTube. So.
Right. Yeah. Got ya. Yeah, I completely get it. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, everyone's been there, it seems. It's one of the greatest places, like I said. Many people have been, Zach Baggins, Sam and Colby, all of these huge YouTubers and everyone. It's one of those bucket list locations, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yes, it is. Absolutely.
And, it is such a shame that this place has got its legacy kind of tarnished now off the back of one person's, I guess, to a degree, greed for the location,
Yeah, it's absolutely unfortunate.
It is, but someone in the comments is saying, have you ever been there? Have you ever been to the location? Have you,
I have not. No.
Is it somewhere that you wished to go to?
Yeah, actually, I would absolutely at least love to ride by and drive up the driveway, one of them things.
Yeah, would it be somewhere that you're still keen to go to? Even let's say it changes hands, right? And or there's an opportunity for it to reopen. Would you go, or would you rather?
I would, yeah.
Right.
Yes, I would. I just feel like it's only this lady's mental health that's the issue here, and she just really somebody that's her family or somebody should be trying to take over, and because people need to be paid, people need to be insured, and there's a certain way we go about things, and she can't take people's money and just do it her way. So
I completely agree. I think you're spot on with what you're saying. I mean, I completely agree. I think it needs it's more for the safety of the people that go there, and I think that's what's important, is to make sure to look after those people, the customers, and also the location, because it gives Rhode Island a bit of a ropey name and the local area.
Absolutely, yes. It doesn't look good for a little town. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Especially,
and everybody's gonna hear what happens. That's inevitable. So
yeah. News spreads fast.
It does, especially nowadays, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Right. Well, thank you so much for joining and chatting. I've seen there's a couple of other people in the chat room, so I'm gonna let you go. But thank you so much for chatting with me.
Thanks, Ben. You're great. I
Oh,
like
thank you very
watching you.
much. Thank you very much.
Have a great day.
And you take care.
Hi,
Hello. How are you? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm
Good.
good.
Good. Good. So obviously everyone's keen to hear what's your opinion on the whole situation.
Okay, so I've been watching this, by accident. I came across it on YouTube. Some feeds come up and yada yada yada. I've been
Yeah.
into the paranormal. I do it by myself. I have a sensitivity when it comes to spirit. Um, I don't want you to think I'm nuts, but I'm gonna say it. When I do Reiki, I'm a Reiki practitioner. I'm a Reiki
Oh.
master. So I feel energy. I've been doing it since 2012. And I can tell you from where it started with what's going on with Cory and Jen and just the altercation as it was escalating, I can tell you that she is a control freak and people really need to watch her behavior. It's not going to get any better. Um, when I watch things going on with this house and I see the paranormal teams going in and out, I feel like, and this is where the rubber meets the road here with what I'm thinking. Um, I don't think the spirits want her there.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Okay. I just, I mean, with Cory, yeah, Cory and Tatori and stuff, and whatever's going on with them, that's has nothing to do with it. I know people think that there's active spiritual activity going on, but these spirits want to rest. They don't want the drama. They don't want the in and out. They just want to be left alone, and they do not. And I'm saying this with the
Yeah.
heart here. These spirits do not want that woman there. They
Wow.
don't
Okay.
like her energy. Um, Everything she's fabricated with the guy she fired for $3,000 and everything like that.
Yeah.
She's got a schizophrenic personality. She's got a personality disorder that really needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
She's going to hurt someone. Okay, I look at her and her from the beginning when she started until now, until current, and everybody knows it's getting worse.
Yeah. Wow.
The fact that she's accusing Jason of threatening her life and everything.
Yeah.
He's a personality. He's a TV personality. Yes, he's been in paranormal, and I've watched all their shows and Zach Bagans and all that.
Yeah.
But the more that these spirits in this house are aggravated with what's going on with the drama, they're going to shut down. There's not going to be any activity because they're not going to be a part of it. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Yeah.
These are
Yeah.
old-fashioned people from the 1800s. There was no drama. There was no TV. There was no cell phones and all these recorders and devices and everything. They don't know what's going on. They hear a lot of yelling and screaming. They're going to shut down. There's not going to be any activity. I'm gonna just be honest with you and saying I really see these spirits are going to shut down, and everything that was so exciting and this beautiful place that's a historical landmark that has so much rich history and in such a beautiful place, this woman ripped it from everyone's bucket list.
Yeah. That's it.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Absolutely.
it's so unfair. And what's more unfair is what these spirits, if they are in this house. I've never been there. I'm from Long Island, New York, so I only know from the movies and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and stuff, but I can tell you that they don't like what's happening.
I think. Yeah. I think you're bang on the
It,
money. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I watch a show. I've been watching a show for a couple of weeks now, and I've been getting back into the paranormal. I would love to get more into it. I'm a little nervous. I grew up in a haunted house, and so I know those feelings that people get and stuff. But we didn't have equipment back then, so It was you running into your parents' room and tugging on their sheets and saying, I want to sleep with you. Oh my God, something's going on. I had this happen for 13 years. I was taunted for 13 years.
Wow.
And, you know, I never said anything because I actually got left back in first grade over this ghost. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Left back in first grade. Who gets left back in first grade? That's when I realized I had a gift. And, you know, the more I got into, you know, just basically ignoring it, it would get stronger and stronger. And even through like TV and stuff like that and just watching YouTube, I can feel these spirits around, you know, and that comes with a sensitivity that, you know, has partially been ignored, but then has come back since doing Reiki and doing light work. That's how I feel everything that's escalating right now. It's going to come to a head. It's like those two ends of a stick of dynamite. It's going to meet in the middle. And I'm telling you right now, and you can find me on my channel and message me when it happens. But I could tell you that when that boom goes off,
Yeah.
the paranormal community is going to be in shock because I'm saying this with just fear in my heart for saying this.
Yeah.
I feel like if she loses this house, she's going to be suicidal.
Wow. Yeah, that's
how I feel. And I don't
Yeah.
like saying that. I'm not saying that to get anyone's attention she really needs help before this gets to this point. And I can see it in her face, especially the way she was taunting the cops
Yeah.
when she got arrested.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody acts like that.
No, that's not
Nobody
normal behavior.
runs,
Yeah.
does 55. Nobody does these things. And she's got such an ego and such a front about her. It's like she's egging everybody on. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You can't touch me. I'm invincible.
Yeah.
I'm the Conjuring house owner. I'm this, I'm that.
I think you're
You're
right.
just an owner of a house that has a rich history of spirits that are active in that house for whatever reason, the land it's on, whatever. You're not invincible. You know, she's got to come down off a high horse.
Yeah.
And people need to tread around her gently because anything can set her off. When you have a mental disorder to the point or the extreme that she has it, and it's going to get worse. She's not treating a problem. She's in denial and she's hurting people around her. And mostly she's hurting this community. And it makes me sick to my stomach of what's to come.
Yeah, I think.
Do you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen a comment actually. I think it would be a really interesting one to ask you. First of all, hello, Cory.
Yeah.
So Cory Heinzen's here, obviously the previous owner of the house.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing all right. But someone did ask, do you think that the house will ever recover from the whole drama? So obviously with everything that's gone on, do you think the house itself could recover?
If so, it's going to need to take time and just leave the property alone. The property needs to switch owners like immediately. And maybe if the town and everything prevents her from going any further with this property and running it as a circus like she's been, you know, you need to get people in there. Obviously, the neighbors are complaining. I hear the neighbors are complaining.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want a circus act. They want to live in peace. And if I was next door to people that were running like an event like this, keep it quiet, keep it clean, keep it drama free. Yeah,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And run your business, but run it in a way that's respectful to your neighbors. You have to live with them. They're not going to get up and move. They've been living there probably just as long as the Conjuring house has been sitting there. They're old properties too. You know, she's ruining it for a lot of people and she's making a lot of people's lives very difficult right now.
Yeah.
And it's scary what's happening. And it's sad what's happening to the house because that house, you know, the land it sits on and all the history, it's not fair to whatever is inhabiting that house. It needs to be at peace. There's too much in and out. There's too much, I don't know if they're doing seances or whatever. You're opening up a portal. You're opening up something. Once you open it, you're not going to be able to fucking close it. I'm sorry for my French.
Oh, no, don't worry. I love a good swear word.
Careful. Okay, I hate to get colorful with it, but this is what I believe is is going to start happening. These older spirits that are there are going to move out, and something is going to take over. And if nobody believes in demons, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I completely
She's
get what you're
spending a
saying.
lot of time doing whatever she's doing in that house. Nobody knows when those doors are closed, when she's there, what is she doing in that house?
Yeah.
She's not going to review. She doesn't have to show her camera footage to anybody. It's between her, the cameras, and the ghosts, or whatever.
Yeah.
You
Fair
know,
enough. Yeah. Fair enough.
You know, I know Jason Hawes says that no, she's not possessed. How do you know? People get possessed all the time.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
She's got a low energy. She's in a very low frequency right now. When the lower from frequency you are, the more open you are to negativity coming in. And if this woman thinks for 1 minute that anything right now is going to get better for her in what she's doing, she's not. She's got a lot of people to explain herself to. She's got a lot of people to apologize to.
Yeah.
Is she going to apologize? She's not.
No.
Because that's not in her personality to do. No. She wants the apologies. She's entitled.
Fair enough. Yeah, I completely get what you're saying.
You know, but she needs to get help. She needs to get help sooner or later. I don't know if her family, she's got family, an intervention. Somebody's got to nip it in the bud soon, because that house is at risk. Our paranormal community is at risk. A lot of people are upset. A lot's up in antes. There's a lot on the table right now. And in my opinion, is this place going to recover? That's the question. Only time will tell. But things need to quiet down. The drama needs to stop. The people need to stop talking, and you know, whoever is taunting her, just leave her alone. Let her sort out her business. But she's got to be the one to do it. The more people are going to tell her to do it, the less she's going to do it, because she don't want to hear it from anybody.
Yeah,
you got
I completely agree.
You got to look inward. You have to fix your own problems and look inward and grow from your mistakes. I think her getting this property was the biggest mistake for this house and its future and its legacy and everything that has to do with it, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and it's
I agree.
sad, and I'm sorry for everyone that's involved.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how I feel.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a great point, and I thank you so much for calling in, and
no
you know,
problem.
for chatting.
Anytime.
And I think you've really given some good context to a lot of the questions that people have. So thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime.
Amazing. Yeah, I'll let you go, but thank you again so much for calling in, and I'll catch up with you soon.
For sure, Ben. Thank you so much, hon.
And you, take care.
Okay, you as well.
Hello,
how are you?
How's it going?
Not bad. Hello, pleasure to speak with you.
Nice talking to you, man.
How's it going? So obviously, you know, I mean, bear in mind you're an ex-owner of the house.
Oh yes.
What's your feelings regarding this entire situation? By the way, everyone, we've got Cory Heinzen, obviously, everyone in the chat. So, you know, be very intriguing to hear, obviously, your thoughts and opinions, because you, I should imagine, put blood, sweat, and tears into this location.
This has been a long time coming. I mean, it's weird to see a lot of people finally coming around. Like, I know you've been covering it really good, but we've been dealing with this for like the past year, and you know, it's just weird to see everybody, you know, all up in arms now, saying, "Oh my God, you know, I can't believe this has been happening," and stuff like that. And it's like, we've been telling you guys, but, and it's good that it's come to an end, but at the same time, you know, the house and the spirits there are the ones that are going to suffer because of it. And it just stinks because she's not going to let that house go.
No,
she won't. Like she'll take it to, you know, she'll take it to the grave with her. She's already said that. And we never even approached her about trying to get it back or anything like that. She just has that mentality about her. So it's like, it is what it is. So.
Well, it is, of course, ultimately incredibly unfortunate because, I mean, it's one of the most historic locations in the entirety of the paranormal world, right? And she's not wrong when she says that it is probably the greatest location on the planet, right, when it comes to paranormal stuff.
No, honestly, Ben, I'll be honest with you. And me and my wife Jen owned that for 3 years, and I've been to places that are better. And it's not downplaying the house. I mean, I love that house. You know, that was our home for 3 years.
Absolutely.
But you know, for her to sit there and, you know, this is the most haunted, whatever. You don't know that she's never been anywhere. How can she make that statement?
Yeah.
She's not an investigator. You know, she's tooting her own horn.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what's upsetting. It's like you're a paranormal poser. So
I think that's actually a really good way of describing it, as a paranormal poser. I think that's a great way, fantastic way to describe it. Yeah. But, I mean, obviously, you know, people have, I've actually just seen that Cody and Satori are in the chat. So hello to Cody and Satori. I hope you guys are doing well. Obviously, you've said in the comments and already that you think that the place might be beyond repair. What's your, why is it you think that?
The caller that you just had in front of me, I'm sorry, because I joined late.
Yeah,
she
no
hit
worries.
the nail on the head. There was something. There are things going on behind closed doors that people are unaware of, that I'm unaware of. But
right.
We've been doing this long enough. We have friends with gifts that know, you know, when something shady is going on in that house. They feel you know, the energy shift. They feel this, they feel that. And they're like, she is up to no good.
Yeah.
And, you know, and the thing is that her approach to it was like, she was untouchable. And it's like, you can't have that attitude doing this.
Yeah.
You can't think that you're untouchable, because they will reach out and touch you as much as they want. And you ain't going to have a say so in what happens. Yeah. And she just had a nonchalant attitude about it.
Yeah, no, I think I think that's fair to say. And, you know, obviously it is such a shame what's happened to it. I mean, I already think I know the answer, but do you think there's an opportunity that you would end up taking the house back if the opportunity arose?
To be quite honest with you, I wouldn't want it back. And, you know, and that's just because, you know, the things that we're being told have happened there.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and I wouldn't want that responsibility of trying to get it, you know, get the spirits, you know, winning the spirits' trust back. And it's unfortunate, man. I mean, and I know plenty of people that, you know, would make great owners to that place.
Yeah.
But they would have their work cut out for them.
Yeah,
they really would.
Yeah, I think I mean, it's not just taking over the house anymore. It's taking over the house, repairing the reputation, repairing the damage done, and, you know, kind of getting it back on its feet, I suppose. So it does seem like quite an uphill battle. But, you know, is there anything else that you wanted to add to to this? Anything else you wanted to say before I move on to another caller?
No, I mean, honestly, as much as we've had our words against her and stuff like that, we want Jacqueline to get the help that she needs.
Yeah.
It's not a possession thing. Like, despite what other people think, we've been there, we've done that, we've got the t-shirt.
Yeah.
You know, we know what we were dealing with during this time. We worked with her for 2 years, and she needs help.
Yeah.
You know, and that's, you know, I have no problem saying that. I'm not going to say help with what, because that's not my place to say, but everybody can obviously put 2 and 2 together, I'm sure.
Yes.
So,
yeah, I think so. But yeah, I mean, like, completely respect that, and appreciate everything that you've said regarding the situation. I think, if anything, you know, considering what's been happening with your, I guess, your baby to a degree, but it being the Conjuring house, it must have been hard to bite your tongue at times, but, you know, I think you've been really respectful of the entire situation, so fair play to you.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
No problem. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and I'll catch up with you soon.
All right, brother. Take care.
Take care. See you later.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You sound like another Brit. Are you from the UK?
I am, yes. I'm in Birmingham. Sunny Birmingham.
That would have been... I bet it's not that sunny.
Oh, it's awful.
It's the
horrible.
same where I am. How are you doing? Are you okay?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I myself, I'm relatively new to the whole paranormal field and getting to know everybody and know the way that it all works, who the names are, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And what kind of worries me a little bit is that there is this woman who we have now established people are aware she does have, and it must be diagnosed, mental health condition. We don't know what it is, which is fair enough, but we do know there is one there.
Yeah.
How has she had police complaints made against her for the harassment that she's done to the staff, for the lack of wages, for everything else that has been reported? Because those poor staff members, I mean, Cody and Satori, the previous two owners as well. Sorry, I'm, as I say, not very good with the names of everybody.
That's fine.
You know, all the previous workers that have now had to leave and find alternative employment from this job that they clearly love. They clearly love the house.
Yeah.
The spirits themselves must be, you know, extremely friendly, at least some of them, for them to love the house so much and the things that go on there. And obviously Cody and Satori had that relationship with Abigail as well.
Yeah.
She's had reports against her. She's now been arrested for this DUI. The papers haven't got... Why is she still out and about walking around and causing all this hassle? She's been committed twice, essentially.
Yeah.
And they've let her go.
Yeah.
Now, if they'd look in her records, they would see that there's a mental health condition and there's obviously problems around that because she's been committed twice. How was she allowed out to be able to then commit the DUI?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So, I mean, it begs the question, doesn't it? I mean, I know that there a lot of stuff from talking to Jason and, you know, listening to his videos and stuff. Jason Hawes, that is. You know, he basically has said to me that the police won't intervene until something physically happens, which I think is a bit of a broken system. I mean, the proof's all there in the emails.
So wrong, isn't it?
It is.
And at what point... Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go for it. Go on.
At what point does something physical happen become when you can report it? Is it going to be when she accidentally, I don't know, skips the side of somebody's car? Is it when she causes somebody to have a broken bone? Is it when she causes the death of somebody? How far does the physical violence have to go before they are going to go, right, enough is enough now? She's already ruined enough lives. How many more people's lives is she going to continue to ruin before something is done? She clearly needs help.
Well, that's the thing.
I think that the medical system over there needs to step in and do something.
Well, that's the thing, and that's what I have always wondered myself. I know when she got the DUI, she was just able to get herself out on bail for, I think it was $2,000. You know, which is, to someone like me, that's a lot of money. But to someone like Jacqueline Nunes, who's a business owner and has got multiple businesses, it's a drop in the ocean, you know? So it's hardly a punishment. So, you know, she kind of got away with it. I know she's got a hearing in December about it. And there may be further punishment there, but, you know...
But then what happens in December if she doesn't turn up because she's having an episode and one of the spirits have told her she's got to stay in the house?
It begs the question,
what happens then?
It begs the question.
And then, with nobody wanting the house after this as well, it makes me wonder how much of her negativity is now transferred to that house, which means in the future, even if the ownership gets changed, it all gets done up, opens up for business again. How dangerous is that place then going to be?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? But I've just seen Satori's dropped a comment and said, sadly, the way that laws are, you have to wait until there's some sort of immediate danger or harm to herself or someone else for mandatory help to be given. I figured that out after we filed reports.
First of all I can say is I am so sorry, Satori, Cody, Jason, all of you that are going through this, because nobody deserves any of this that you guys are going through at all. I can't see the chat either, by the way, so if anybody's saying anything, I'm not being rude, I just can't see it to respond. But yeah, and I just think the whole thing is absolutely horrific. And it kind of shows over here in the UK as well, we've got a major issue with mental health services you know, and how much of a letdown it is over here, and it makes me wonder how much better is it over there if this is the case.
Yeah, it does. But it does beg the question, doesn't it? You know, like it is pretty crazy to think, and it's unfortunate that it has to get to that point before intervention happens. You know, and it's almost, there is no prevention over cure. It's waiting for something bad to happen and then being like, oh, we better fix that, kind of. That's how it comes across to me.
It's like it's almost like walking into a police station and saying, right, I've got a knife here, I'm going to stab somebody, and them going, well, we ain't going to do nothing until you actually do it.
Yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? It's you've hit the nail on the head with that description. It really is the that does literally sum it up to a T.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It literally, you bang on the money.
And I just do genuinely feel for all the people involved and all the spirits, because it just must be such a horrific, turbulent time.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you, and I think you are, like I say, you're on the money with the way that your thought processes, and I think, you know, we all feel a very similar way, and it's just baffled that this is the way that it has to go before something happens, you know?
Yeah, it is. It is.
But yeah, I mean, thank you so much for calling in anyway. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much for chatting to me. It was lovely, and I adore your channel. I check it every day. I think you're ace, mate.
Oh, what a fucking legend. Thank you so much.
And you're a fucking superstar. I'll see you soon.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's David Children.
How's it going?
Oh, man, make it. Just getting through the day, brother, getting through the day.
I know that feeling.
Oh, man, yeah. I saw the live feed, saw the video and all that. Man, it really is. I've heard a lot of people talk that, you know, paranormal investigators or people just have been to the Conjuring house and, of course, had personal experiences there, you know, with her, man. It really is horrible, and I really feel sorry for the people that have already booked that location all the way to the end of December.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, because I don't know if she'll be able to honour those bookings now that this kind of injunction's been put in place. You know, I think it's concerning, and it's sad for the people that have, like, it's not cheap to go to the Conjuring house. But you said have you been to the location, did you say?
Oh, yeah. I've investigated there multiple times ever since I moved up to the New England states probably about 4 years ago.
Right. Okay. So that's interesting. So have you had any interaction with Jacqueline directly, or?
Yeah. I've had a couple of interactions with her. One of them was a pretty big fallout.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to mention any names.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, she wanted to hold an event there with me and two other people. She wanted to hold a live feed event. And, you know, one of them is like a, you know, pretty big celebrity, you know, not paranormal celebrity, but a celebrity.
Right, okay.
And wanted us three to come in and investigate, and she could make profit off the live feed. Okay, yeah, that's cool. That sounds like that'll be fun. You know, it's just us four in there and we're investigating this and that. Well, the day of, real good friend of mine, that person, she ended up having a real bad medical emergency, and she was stuck in New York. She was in the hospital. Okay, and there was no way she could make it up. She was in the ER.
Right.
And next thing you know, I reached out to Jacqueline, and she just went ballistic. I'm talking about cussing us out and all that stuff. I'll never do this again. Keep in mind, we're not getting paid for this. We're doing this for the house. Okay. And she just goes ballistic, cussing us out, this and that. I mean, the woman was basically could have been on her deathbed. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, me and the other person could do it. It's not a problem at all. But she just wanted that one person to come up where she could profit all the money for it. And it was just ridiculous, you know?
Yeah.
There was another location we were going to the next day, and I know them real well. Great location. And they were like, oh my God, I hope she gets better. Hope she feels better. That's horrible, blah, 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 this and that. And they took a rain check on it. But it was okay. But the thing is, Ben, nobody even bought tickets for this live event. There wasn't a link up or anything. There was nothing promoted out there for this event. She just wanted to hang out with this person. That's all it was to it. That's why she got, butthurt over it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, after that, I was done. I saw how unhinged she was. I think I saw her at New Year's Eve event there. And she was just, man, I could just see in her eyes there was something going on there. I mean, I really do hope she does get medical attention. I know in the video that you last posted, did you notice with the body cam footage, whenever they asked her, they was like, "Are you on any prescription medicine?" She said no.
Yeah.
So it's like, is she? I mean, she was hammered. We saw the video.
Oh yeah, she was gone. Like they were doing the test with the finger, and it took at least 3 to 5 working days for her eyes to catch up.
Yes, 100%. So I really do think. I mean, she had her medication had been mixing with alcohol.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion because she was, man. We saw her eyes and looking in her eyes. She was totally out of it. And what was it? An 8-minute high-speed chase or a medium-speed chase or whatever it was?
Something like that. Yeah, it was crazy.
Insane, man.
Like the fact that she didn't pull over for. I mean, what I want to know is what made her pull over in the end. Like she didn't pull over for 8 minutes, and then at some point she just suddenly was like, "Oh, I should probably pull over." What changed her thought process is what I want to know.
Yeah, me too. Same here, because whenever they went and opened up the door, it was like she was just out of it. She was like lethargic or something. She was just.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so I don't know, man, but I tell you what, though, we've warned people, all of us out there in the field. I've been in the field for 27 years, and that's one thing I do take. I'll sit here and I keep my eye on. If go to a location, you make sure that anybody that is going stays safe. Any kind of red flags, you do not take them. You go somewhere else. I mean, it's all. I don't hold events at places that red flags are, because it's all in the safety of the people you're paying customers and yourself and your team.
Yeah, I think you're bang on with that. Actually, that's exactly it. I mean, it's important. Like, safety always comes first. But in this instance, it seems that that's not the case. It's concerning. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, you have to look at it as like, do I throw that $1,000 down a toilet, or do I risk it?
That's
it's like
Yeah, I completely agree with you. But I mean, thank you so much for coming on to talk with me. It's an absolute honor to have you.
All right, and I appreciate it. And we'll be seeing next year how much of a hard of a hit it's going to take if she opens it back up. So
yeah.
But anyway, man, I appreciate it again. Y'all are awesome. You're awesome. I love the content. Thanks for keeping us updated. And, hopefully everybody that's involved with all this embezzling money, they'll get, reimbursed.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed for it. But again, thank you so much. It's been an honor to have you, and I'll catch up with you soon.
All right. Sounds good, brother. Have a good one.
And you. Take care.